Okay, well, let's start. So I'd like to welcome everyone along tonight, particularly the grant recipients, directors. Put your hand up so Laura back there. Branch manager Katie, staff and guests. And also I'd like to acknowledge that we have a person here that's come back into the banking industry, Simon Roots, who's come into the Bendigo agribusiness sector. So welcome back, Simon. And Matt Taylor, from the editor of the North Coast Post, is here tonight to take some pics and hopefully put them in the paper. I'd like a couple of apologies. Martin Neville, the rural manager, Tasmania, and Deputy Mayor Stephanie Campbell. In the past, we have held one grant round per year. We decided to hold two this year due to the interest and the possibility of that we were able to reach more community groups who volunteer would benefit from grants to complete their projects. This money is generated by the people who bank with Community Bank Deloraine District. The more people that bank with us, the more we are able to put back into the community for projects such as yours. One of these important and successful projects has been the upgrade of the Mole Creek Pool by the Mole Creek Progress Association, who was successful in the 2024 grant round to receive $27,446. So I'd like to introduce Lauren Cohen from the Mole Creek Progress Association to explain the project.
Thank you. So the Mole Creek swimming pool's been serving the Meander Valley community for the last 40 years. It's an important part of our small community, a place for exercise, a place to cool down in our hot summers, and a social hub for families and friends alike. The pool was closed for 2 years due to not being able to obtain public liability insurance without a lifeguard. I grew up at the swimming pool as a child, and I really wanted that for my children, and it really shows that the determination of a small group of people can really impact positive change for the community. The pool's in bad shape, and there was lots of work to be done to get it back open again and make it a safe place for everyone to enjoy. Last year we were fortunate to receive $27,446 from the Community Bank of Deloraine to help with the reopening of the Mole Creek swimming pool. Without this vital funding, the swimming pool would not have opened last year. We used the funds to purchase a new water pump as one of our pumps was not working. We replaced the media in our filters from sand to glass, also ensuring better filtration for our water. We upgraded our chemical dosing system to a more efficient dosing system that allows us to use less chemicals and therefore save money on running costs. We also purchased a new pool vacuum that is more suited to our pool size and much more efficient than our old one. We purchased more safety signage that align with the requirements of our current risk assessment to ensure a safer environment for all users. And finally, we purchased a new shed for chlorine storage and a chlorine spill pallet, and that's made our pool area a much safer environment and has separated the storage of incompatible substances. We had a tremendous first season with over 1,500 patrons through the gates, and the support from the community has been amazing. We're looking forward to enhancing the safety further at the pool this upcoming season, and cannot thank the Community Bank of Deloraine and Districts enough for their ongoing support. It's really humbling to be part of such a fantastic community. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Lauren. I'd like to introduce Katie, Bank Manager Katie, who is going to say a few words. And as each recipient comes up to receive their award, could they please give a little overview of their project?
Thanks, Anne. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. And as we just heard from Lauren, what we're here tonight to talk about is why we go to work every single day and what we're doing our jobs for, and putting the money back into the community and hearing how it actually impacts our community and the members of our community is really, really exciting for myself and my team. I wanted to say a massive thank you for the staff that are here tonight, because what you do every day is why we can do this, and you should be really proud of yourselves when you go to work. So with no further ado, I'm going to now present the first award. So our first grant goes to Our Lady of Mercy Catholic School for $15,006, harmonising opportunities and empowering students through music.
And I'll let you have a few minutes. Thank you.
This was a bit of an inspiration. We started to offer music instrument lessons to our students last year, and we only had a handful that took it up. And during fourth term, I had a sneaking suspicion that I had a group of children that were very, very keen to learn an instrument. So we borrowed some instruments from St Patrick's College, and with a tutor that we already had in our school, we expanded that program. And bank opportunity, the opportunity to apply for a grant here, and I went, this is what we need. So $15,000 really only gives us 15 instruments, band instruments, but we have got a group of children who are so excited. We've actually already bought them. The instruments come out, the last of them the children get on tomorrow, Thursday, and they're super, super excited. So for us, the challenge moving forward is with the music lessons, I suppose. I'm explaining this really badly, aren't I? The provision of the music instruments means that the children will never be asked to pay for a higher cost of an instrument. So if parents, and at the moment they're not being asked, are asked ever to pay for a musical lesson, they're only paying for that lesson rather than the music instrument, which doubles the cost of that lesson. So with a bit of creativity and ingenuity in our school community, we've got all our grade 4s to 6s actually learning musical instruments this year, and they are just so excited. So we're really looking forward to being part of the music industry in this town. You never know, you might have an awful violinist or a great violinist down the street on a Thursday afternoon in summer. Hopefully a great one. So thank you. The kids are very excited, and so are we. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next I'd like to introduce Cassie from the branch team. So Cassie is one of our wonderful personal bankers, and she is going to present the next award. Thank you, Cass. So the next award goes to Toddle Inn Childcare Centre for $36,136 for a brand new fence area. Good try.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone. Toddle Inn is a small non-for-profit making childcare centre serving the Deloraine community and the wider areas, the only centre in a very large area. So the project that we have is a very long, it's been a 3-year project actually. Just with the growing community and the need for childcare, we're getting busier like the growing community. Behind Toddle Inn is a vacant block of land that's owned by Crown and Council. So 3 years of communications, applications, many reports, costly reports. We arrived at the position where we were actually given the land, leased, which is amazing. So we then were posed with the question of how then could children actually play on the extra land. And that involved very expensive fencing to meet regulations. Before the fencing, we've spent a lot of money on having trees trimmed and pruned and locked and everything else done to them so that it's a safe space. And then there was the fencing. So this means that actually children can play on all that spare land at the back of Toddle Inn, which means it has sustained the future of Toddle Inn and the growth for the community and Toddle Inn. So we will be able to finally see, when we get the beautiful fencing all the way around, we'll be able to finally see children's little feet on the grass, which will be amazing. So they're all very excited, educators and children, for the extra space It's a beautiful space at the back of Toddle Inn. Toddle Inn's already in a lovely area at the back of the, on the other side of town, in a sort of the semi-rural area, where the children will be overlooking beautiful farmland and tractors, which is all part of our community and many children's upbringing in the area. So we're all very excited. So thank you very much.
We'll add that Miller has also put in an application for pyjamas for all of the kids.
Oh, lovely. Okay, that sounds great. You can go on the party coming.
Beck, would you like to come up to the front, please? Beck is one of our newest staff members and an absolute asset to our team. So Beck is going to present the grant for the Mole Creek Progress Association for $15,499.80 for securing the future of Mole Creek pool access and safety.
All right,
Here we go.
Back. Okay. Back again. We applied for another grant this year to improve the safety again at the swimming pool. So this grant is going to cover some CCTV cameras at the swimming pool with emergency distress buttons, because we're operating without a lifeguard. We need that extra security. It's also going to allow us to put in a keyless entry system. So we had 75 season pass members this year, and I think it's going to be bigger next year. So ease of access, they'll swipe their card, they'll be able to get in, have a safe swim and leave. And we also needed to upgrade our electrical systems because the pool is 40 years old. Everything needs a little bit of an upgrade so it can handle all of this new stuff. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, Bendigo Bank, again. And we're really looking forward to this season. So thank you.
I can agree, I'm 41 and I needed an upgrade. Okay, so James, would you like to come up to the front? James is our home loan specialist here in Deloraine Bridge. And tonight he is going to present the grant for the Deloraine High School Association for $9,500 for the coffee beer. Thanks, Lindy. Lindy's a wonderful parent of one of the children that was able to use the van.
Thank you. So the Year 9 and Year 10, it's currently called the TAPS class, do a lot of catering at the high school. It started out, they built a smoker for smoked meats, and it's just grown every year over the last 6-7 years possibly. This year they decided to expand their catering into having a coffee van, and so the TAPS kids stripped the van out. The school bought the van, they stripped it out, they kitted it all out, and with the money that they've received from Bendigo, they managed to put in the coffee machines. And AgFest was the first place that they had a trial run as such, so baptism of fire. It was fantastic. There were queues, people were happy, the coffee tasted really, really good. And so apart from these kids that have learnt skills of manufacturing and building and installation, you've got the other kids that are learning to serve a coffee or in the food catering side of things. So it makes a huge difference to have fantastic coffee machines that these kids can learn a new skill on, and it's also a way of fundraising for the school for more projects. So thank you to Bendigo.
Thank you very much to all the grant recipients tonight. I think you'll all agree it's been fantastic to hear just how those grants are going to go back and really have an impact on our community and people's lives. I'd like to hand back to Ian. Thanks, Ian.
Thanks, Katie. Yeah, amazing projects, and it's great to see people in the community as volunteers working towards getting these activities and projects up and running for people in the community to benefit from and to keep our community nice and healthy. So thank you all for coming. Please stay for cuppa If you go out into the kitchen behind you and help yourself to tea or coffee or whatever you might like, and there'll be some sweet items on the table too, so please help yourself.
And a photo.
Group photo, please.
All the
Grant
recipients.